Alright, hi, this is Daniel Ritchie again, and we are running Howler 8 or Howler 9 under Ubuntu Linux. In this demo, in this video, I've already installed Wine and Wine Tricks, and now I'm running the installer for version 9. This is release candidate 0 or maybe version 1. So getting fairly close to release. I've just gone ahead and used the default settings. I did make sure that it installs a desktop icon, because there's no start menu or anything like that in Ubuntu, so it makes it a lot easier to launch the program. Not sure that'll be possible under Macintosh. We haven't yet looked into running under Macintosh. We hope somebody will be able to help us with that, but we have done some testing with Linux. Alright, so we're just about done installing. It runs pretty quick and installs very quickly under Linux. There's not all the layers of antivirus and things going on that really slow things down under Windows. This will bring up one error message. We don't have a Linux specific installer yet, so just click ignore, as I did there. Something about one of the controls for the tree view controls is not able to run because it requires some Visual Basic 6 DLLs, and that's a licensing problem with that. It's not supported under Linux for that reason. And now you see here that the programming is starting up, and in a moment you'll see it running. This is running on a really basic netbook, 2-core 1 gigahertz C60 processor by AMD. Pretty reasonable for lots of things, but you know, it's modest. Plus, with that video capture going, you can use up one of your processors and you're down to 1 core. But anyways, we're showing here that you can indeed use the media browser to select different media, showing some painting in action. In previous versions, say version 8, when you tried to switch between media under Linux, it would take about 30 seconds to switch from one to another. So you can see this is much more interactive. Even on a modest machine, it's usable. You can also see that that we're using the sidebar, which was formerly had some problems running in version 8 and before, running under Linux. There's the layers panel and the color panel cannot be accessed, and that has all been fixed. And this is more or less just showing that everything's working as expected. There are some things that are not yet working. This remains a work in progress. Some things that have not been internalized yet. The exposure sheet, saving as AVIs, I think, is not done yet. Hopefully we'll be able to have some update in the future that will cover those things. Showing that the new particle system under that was introduced in version 8 has been is working here, and I think it's going to do some mirroring just to show that I think it's a little bit glitchy, but I think the mirroring does work. It's not something we've thoroughly examined yet, but it's something to look into shortly. The program is very usable at this point. Like I said, there are a few things that don't work yet. The batch browser, because it uses the Net framework, is not going to work under Linux.